Okay, we're here 16 seconds before the start of the race. Saturday morning clinic. Got 4 boats out today, light breezes.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, we're going to follow Joaquin now. He was really fast the first race. Let's see what his sail trim looks like. I'll take a difference. Take a look at the difference in how far his main is compared to the last boat we looked at. Much, much better. And look how full the jib is. You see that? That's why he's going so fast. Nice full jib. I can't see the telltale from here, but I'm pretty much going to assume it's flowing. He's got wrinkles too far up the mast from what I can see. So a little Cunningham would help him. These old sails we have here need some Cunningham just to get them the normal shape they were when they were new. But he's doing a fine job. The hiking is great. The heel is correct. You don't see a whole lot of tiller movement there. He's just taking that boat up with very nicely. That's why he should practice exactly what he's doing. Here we are behind Bionic. Take a look at the difference now. See how far their main is out compared to where Joaquin's was. So if you get that main in, you're going to point higher. A little Cunningham would help them on this boat as well. Can't see his jib from here. He's figured out the alcohol. Good job. The wind picked up, so he's bringing on a little more alcohol. That's smart thinking. Trying to find the jib telltale now. See, it's hiding behind the jib. See that? So that means it's not trimmed correctly. You gotta let it out just a little bit. It's very easy to over trim that jib on a light air day like this. Okay, this is a pretty new driver here. Just had a little trouble staying in the group, but take a look at the foot of the main and take a look at all those wrinkles standing straight up. You see those? That is bad. That means your alcohol is not out far enough. On a light hair day, you wouldn't mind to have it full, but you never want to have those wrinkles. That means you're not getting a full sail protected out there. So that's something they would need to fix in the future. And once again, their mainsail is not in far enough, and they're just kind of cruising along slowly here. If you're in a race, you want to go as fast as you can. What you do is have that main in as far as it'll stand. Just before the start of the second race of the day, the boats are a lot closer now. It's a better start all the way around, except for Carolina way back there.
2, 1.
There's your start. Okay, Bionic nailed it, followed by Dita, followed by Scarface. Much, much better start all the way around there. Carolina is still working on this, but that's okay. That's what these are for. These practice days are for trying to figure this out. He's just getting too far away from the line, and it's hard to get back. You gotta stay close. Okay, we're following Carolina here again. See the huge puff in the front of his main, how it's luffing? He doesn't have the main in far enough, and he probably has his jib in too far. So that's going to cause him to slow down quite a bit, and it's going to cause him to lose some point. So you got to see how the main is just luffing and luffing and luffing. You see that, you know you got a problem. So you got to head the boat down a hair, got to bring the main in, and maybe ease the jib a hair, and it's going to just go one heck of a lot faster. Okay, we're catching up with Joaquin now, and Dita, and just in reference to that last sail we saw, see how the foot of his is nice and smooth? There's no wrinkles in it. When I said last time smooth sail, that's what I was talking about. There aren't any vertical wrinkles in the foot of the sail. Let's get up this way a little bit, take a look at his leech. See how the jib is not in and choking out the main. And there's his leech. I'd have a little less foot density than me. It's not terrible. Terrible, looking pretty good. Again, the wrinkles on his main are a little high up, it's supposed to be 2/3. Cunningham would fix that. Overall, he's looking pretty good. I think just gotta ease that main out an inch or so to get that top bat from being curved in. That's good. Okay, we're here for the last boat. Let's see how they do in their lay line. Once again, their tacks are not crisp. See the jib is back too much. Everything's just kind of flopping there for a minute. That's slow. Light air is tough. You got to be precise in your tacks to get the boat moving. Let the sails luff for a little bit after your tack. It takes you forever to get going again. All right, let's move that way just a little bit so we got room to round. That's good, thank you. Okay, let's see how this goes. Okay, got the pole up. Hoisting. That's how she's holding the pole forward. You're gonna pull that line around. You should have the middle person doing that, but okay, there it is, up and flying. That's the best one today so far. Good job, guys. Now in contrast, here's Bionic. You can see he's got his main end quite a bit more. Less twist. We'll go up and check his jib, see how that's looking. He's got a good heel in the boat. You can see that he's down low, keeping that 7 to 10 degree heel. That's really good. Wrinkles on the front of the main are a little far up there. They're only supposed to be just above the window. So a little Cunningham would probably help him. Looking at the jib, it's looking pretty good. Looks like it's not going to, well, no, look at there. It's hiding a little bit on it. See how the telltale's going behind the jib? See if I can spot that. Alright, they're tacking. Let's see. Just tacked, and she didn't bring her main back in. She's heading the boat up too far. She's got to get that boat down. So on a day like this, it's really important that your tacks are nice and crisp, that you complete the tack. Okay, and that jib, if you look at that telltale, the jib is still jumping around behind a lot. See that? That means the jib's over trimmed, or she's down on her course, one of the two. So they've got to work on that a little bit. He's shaking that jib because he thinks that the telltale is stuck, it might be, but I think he's just trimmed too tight. All right. A Bionic's jib is trimmed badly again. See how it's behind the jib? And then when we come around front, you're going to see the main caved in front. You see it? That's the jib doing that. And if it's spending all that energy caving in the jib, it's not giving you, or caving in the main, it's not giving you the push you need. Also, again, his wrinkles are pretty high up on the sail. So some Cunningham here, and jib out a little bit. He'll do a whole lot better. She seems to be driving pretty nice. There's not a whole lot of pressure on the helm. That's good. No big tugging. I like that. But I think just a hair out of the jib, get some Cunningham on it, and they probably go quite a bit faster. If you take a look at Joaquin's boat up there, you can see the main is smooth. See that? No big wrinkles. See how the jib is out a little bit and allowing that main to have a slot and get around it. That's perfect. That's why he's in first place in this race right now, because he's got everything set up just like it should be. Okay, Joaquin has arrived in the fleet. He got around the mark before I get up here and check his sail trim. It must have been pretty good though, because that's him heading down, and this is the next boat. Doing a great job there. So you got a new guy in the boat training and still get that kind of a lead. Pretty darn good, Joaquin. Way to go. Okay, the wind has picked up here a little bit. It's not real strong, but still more than we had before. Those adjustments should be a little out-haul, a little Cunningham. Bring the main in a little bit more, maybe. Once again, we went past him last time, his main was bluffing. Same problem. They're going to get that main on. It'll allow them to hike more, allow the boat to get moving. That's their problem. Okay, let's see. Bionic, the main looks full. Let's see, oh, Scarface. Went to Scarface this time. So take a look at all the wrinkles in Scarface's sails. See them? They're everywhere. Now again, these old sails, you're going to play with them a little bit. His main is not all the way up, and he doesn't have any Cunningham on. So on these old baggy sails, you got to put some Cunningham on to get the wrinkles out. Other than that, I like... Okay, here we are 22 seconds before the start of our third race. I made the far end there very, very exaggeratedly favored. I wanted to see if everybody would catch that. That was one of our goals for the day, is to find the favored end. I made it obviously favored, and it looks like everybody has picked it up. That's good. I'm happy to see that. Okay, there's a start. Dita was first. Bionic looks like second at the start. Carolina's gonna be third this time instead of last. I know what happened to Scarface down there. They got way out of position. All right, let's follow and see how it goes. Okay, here's the next boat. What I see here again is the wrinkles are going all the way to the top of the main. See that? So he needs a little Cunningham in there to straighten that out. Tacking, let's see how that goes. Okay, pretty smooth tack. Looks like the jib's trimmed in too much. See how it's folded on the bottom there? That's a good sign that you've got it in too tight. And it's really killer on light air days. His main's in just like Bill's was. That looks pretty good. Now, in his case, you can see the top of the main is actually, in his case, you can see the top of the main is actually cupped in. You don't want it cupped in light air. So we're talking an inch or two difference on the main there. An inch out, he'd be going a little faster. Because when you have it cupped like that, you're not getting good flow off the top. And you can see the telltale in the back is never ever flying. It's hiding behind the main. Okay, here we are at the weather mark. Once again, these boats are giving away a couple of boat lengths. There's your mark. They're pointing at me up here. So you got to cut that a little closer. You're just giving away time there. I don't know what happened here. I guess these guys decided not to round the mark. That's okay. We're not done an official race, so. But they definitely were short. They decided to go on down. Now she's got to head down. She's reaching away. Be careful not to jibe, but you got to get the boat down. Here comes the hoist. Bring that pole back. Boom! Nice set. They're doing that very well, very, very well today. So you can see these guys here are still working on getting theirs up. So that's just a matter, they've never sailed before. I guess we have, but they're new with the Spinnaker. Because they hadn't sailed together before, but they have. They're new with the Spinnaker. And see how these guys do. I remember last time, these guys were neck and neck, and because this boat trimmed their Spinnaker a little better, they caught them at the end. Okay, so the problem he had there was he should have preset that Spinnaker sheet so it went up and popped. He's got to let it get away. There you go. Get away from the boat. Fill. Nice. That's the way. Yeah, he's still loose. So see it when you. There you go. There you go. Okay, that looks pretty decent. We'll leave him behind. Okay. Once again, look at Bill's jib. You can see that telltale falling behind the jib. That means it's over trim. Some of you are watching that all the time. I always tell my crew to pull it until it chokes and let it out and then keep an eye on it. There's a window there, you can see it. Now his mainsail trim I like better than the Joaquin's. You got a little twist in it and the top batten parallel the boom. I like that a lot. I think they could bring the main in a little bit more. They don't have too much heel in the boat, so I'd trim it in a little bit, see if that helps me. But he's doing well. I mean, overall they're sailing pretty good. I think that would just be a little improvement they could make. Okay, here's Joaquin coming to the weather mark. He's got maybe a boat length extra there. That's okay. Heading down, looking good. Nice brisk turn down. That's nice. Main out. Nice job. Watch the jet Spinnaker right. We can stay right here. It's fine. There goes the Spinnaker up. A little trim and they're good. All right. Nice set, guy. Here comes the rest of the fleet. They're nicely tight packed this time. That's good. All close together. It looks like everybody was, I'll just move back here. Looks like everybody was pretty much not terrible in the ley line except for Caroline out there. You can see they're way higher than everybody else. They gave away probably not Caroline, I'm sorry, that's number 6, Scarface. So Scarface gave away boat lengths there. And even Carolina, she's staying up, she should be coming down to that mark. She'd get more lead on him than she has. So she gave away some of that lead because she came up too high. Let's see how you are on Spinnaker sets. Okay, up. There we go. Pull it back a little bit. Boom. Not bad. Pretty darn good set there. I like it. Okay, let's just go ahead slowly, please. You can see the second boat just now putting their pole up. When you're racing